Well, it's not exactly convertible weather today. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And we are out driving in the rain. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's just a car, even though it is a Terminator, right? So it does suck to get it all dirty. I have a car show next Sunday, which I'm excited about. My club is kind of co-hosting it to benefit police suicide awareness. But the car needed to be inspected. I gotta tell you, I think it's kind of crappy that, you know, New York requires state inspections every year, especially for a car like this, which last year I think I put 600 miles on it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I guess it's just a car. She passed with no problem. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about this car. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is my 2004 Terminator Cobra. The 0304 Cobras are animals. I hope you can hear me over that. My boreless stingers. I freaking love the sound of this car. At the time of this video, 2022, is a Terminator worth it? And I bought this car about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and this is a car I had always wanted. If you know me and my story, I've had Fox bodies mostly. I had my 88 GT for quite a long time. I really loved that car. Built that car, raced that car, painted that car, pretty much did everything with that car. My wife currently has a 99 Mustang GT that we've owned since 2000. It was a couple months old when we bought it, I should say. And that car is mostly stock, so I'm a big fan of the new Edge because in my opinion, it gives you the best of the Fox body platform, but with a little bit more, refinement, without getting super refined like an S197 or certainly an S550. So I really am a big fan of new Edge cars. So when it came time to pick up another Mustang and examine cars that I wanted to purchase, I did look at the S197, and there's a lot about the S197 Coyote cars that I really, really like. I know, like Derek Barron, right? He picked up a Terminator, said it was his dream car, and he sold that car, and now he's in a 10-speed auto 20 GT, which he absolutely loves. And I'm not going to disrespect him. I know people have been kind of bashing him on Facebook groups and on comments. Not a lot, but enough. And you kind of have to respect somebody's opinion and somebody's definition of a dream car. Personally, I love the S550. I love a lot about it, but for me, the Terminator is clearly where it's at. So let's talk about why I feel that way, and is it worth it? The Terminator came stock with a 390 horsepower, 4.6 dual overhead cam, Eaton supercharged V8. At the time, it was completely revolutionary. It was almost unheard of to make that kind of power, especially after the embarrassment of the 99 SVT Cobra. So Ford wanted to make sure they did it right this time, led by John Coletti. And if you haven't read the book Iron Fist Lead Foot, you gotta read it, especially if you are a Terminator fan or Terminator owner. You're really gonna wanna learn the story of this car. So the power was unbelievable. I remember back in the day watching my buddy Brian dyno his car at LaRocca's Performance in Jersey, and that car made something like 395 rear wheel. It was bone stock, and we all looked at each other like things were crazy. I mean, at the time, my Fox body was making about 420 to the wheels with an automatic, and that was considered a real bad mamma jamma street car. And for that car to make that kind of power straight out of the box was unbelievable. So we knew there was something special. At the time, it was a game changer. And a lot of people moved into the Mustang hobby or the Mustang passion that were not Mustang fans prior to that. The interior on it is it's hit or miss. I like the interior. I like that dual cockpit design they came out with in 1994. To me, it's just retro enough to be reminiscent of the old cars. Very sporty looking. I will tell you that the interior on these cars is a mid-90s quality Ford interior, and some of the higher mileage cars do get beat up and, you know, pieces are missing or broken. I guess that's the advantage of having a 32,000 mile Terminator and a 60,000 mile GT. Both of the interiors on my new edges are absolutely perfect. So I really, that hasn't affected me. So, but I will tell you that they're not up to par with an S550. An S550 has a much nicer interior, and it should. It's so many years newer. The good thing is that places like LMR or CJ Pony Parts do have a lot of the interior pieces that might be broken, like the door cups and things like that. The IRS on this car is great. It does feel different than my wife's 99 and then the Fox bodies that I own. I don't track this car. I don't road race this car. I won't be drag racing this car. Those days are over for me. I wouldn't even take this down a track. I bought this to cruise with my family and enjoy it because this has been my dream car for many, many years. So it's got great power. The styling is awesome on these cars. I mean, this is all subjective, but the styling is so awesome that pretty much every new Edge owner tries to replicate this look on their car. Between the front bumper, the hood, the rear wing, the mirrors are commanding ridiculous amounts of money. And I do have mirrors on my wife's 99. I absolutely love them. It's one of my favorite mods. And I'll leave a card maybe on that if you want to see how I did it on her GT. The prices on these cars has been steadily increasing. A good Terminator, sub 50,000 miles, is gonna run you probably in the neighborhood of $30,000 to $40,000, something like that. And I know it sounds crazy. Some of the higher demand colors like Mistachrome, which people love. It's funny, that's not even a rare color. Mistachrome people like. Sonic Blue is a beautiful color. Everybody just likes to bark wherever they want. Welcome to New York. But you're going to have to spend money. If you're going to get something $15,000 to $20,000, be prepared to get a higher mileage car that maybe needs some work. It's not perfect, but you can still get into a Terminator under $20,000. They're not unobtainium like the what is it, like a 13, 14 GT500. Those have skyrocketed. And with all that's happening, the prices will continue to rise. This car is worth more than when I purchased it a year ago, although I have no intention of selling it. It's nice to know that it is a solid investment. You won't lose money on this car. The T56 is a Nachi transmission, but it'll handle the power. You get a forged bottom end with those famous Manley H-beam rods. It's a solid car. I didn't change. I have a stock Eaton on there with a 2.8 pulley. This car made 473 rear wheel horsepower, 475 torque. I can also put a card here if you want to see that dyno video. So the car makes more than enough power for me. I'm not going for the 800 horsepower. I'm not going with a Whipple or a VMP, although I understand why people do things like that because, I mean, power is awesome. But I'm kind of, I guess, I'm not doing that anymore. There was a time where I was chasing 10-second time slips and trying to go as fast as I could. But now, listen, it pins you back in the seat, it lights the tires up, makes a lot of good, beautiful, go-fast noise. I'm loving it. Plus, you know you're driving something special with a Terminator. So when you have a Terminator Cobra and you're driving around, people who know what it is, they really, really respect it. They really give you the thumbs up and the nods. And the bottom line is, you got to get what you want. I do believe that this car in 2022 is still a good buy because money-wise, I think it will continue to rise in value. Plus, it still gives you great bang for the buck 18 years later. I mean, this car came out in 03 and 04, and it's still a great car today. Does it have all the bells and whistles, all the high-end interior? Does it have all the incredible electronics of a more modern sports car? No. But I think that's what I like about it. So somebody like me, this gives you that kind of that tactile feel, that connection to the car that I think lacks in some of the new modern cars because they are so smooth and they are so smooth and they are so refined and I think the Terminator has a rawness to it that I really enjoy, and I know that a lot of you out there really enjoy. So if you're looking for a car like this that produces really good power, even for 2022 standards, you're not going to beat GT500s, the new ones. I mean, you're not going to blow away Hellcats stock. You could if you put some money into it, but it's still an amazing car that's fun to drive, especially if this is not your daily. That's the last thing I want to say. This is not my daily driver. My 99 GT is not my daily driver. I have a little beater that I go back and forth to work with that's good on gas. Don't care where I park it. If you're driving every single day, I don't think a Terminator would be good for you. I think you'd be better off with a newer vehicle. An S550, I think, would make a better daily driver, and also you don't care about putting the miles on it. So those are my feelings on is a Terminator Cobra a good buy in 2022? And for me, the answer is 150% yes. If I was looking for another Mustang, a hobby Mustang, and I didn't have this, I would be looking at Cobras. And I gotta throw this in here. Convertibles get a lot of hate. I don't know why. Not a lot of hate, but some hate. I think the convertible is awesome. I think this is my very first convertible car. I've had sunroofs, moonroofs, T-tops. Never had a convertible car, and I love it. Tunnel. Oh, I love that. I turn into a 2-year-old when I go through that thing. So I do love a convertible. I mean, even though convertibles were like $3,000 or $4,000 more, they're commanding a little less than the coupes, which is really, really odd. So that's about it. I hope this informs your decision. If you have any questions about Terminators, Cobras, things like that, or why I did what I did, why I jumped into this car, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. I hope this video isn't too shaky. I kind of tried something new with a mount on the car here. But let me know, because yeah, it'll be interesting to see what develops in a car like this in the years to come. So I thank you so much for watching, and do me a favor, if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button so you get all the latest content here on the channel, and I will see you on the next one.